Okay, so game number 3 is going to be featuring Alfheim. Let's switch into right now. Jogador. I don't know how 3 is said in Portuguese. Or Portuguese. It's gonna be right now rather. Spanish. Julian Papa is... I think it's... I don't know where he's from necessarily, but... shouldn't be Brazil if I'm not mistaken. Should be something else. But let's have a look. Slightly around here. What you're gonna be discovering on Alfheim. Gods are going to be there for Kvoth continue with Isis. I guess he liked his performance in the first one or second game, so therefore first with his Isis. Goldmine is gonna be quite a bit safe, and we are apparently starting with 3. Oh, not with 3, we're gonna be apparently in that freaky map. One of the freaky variants of the map. With a lot of elks. Like a serious amount of elks apparently. No, and the other player is gonna be Julian with Ra. Really? Apparently he doesn't want to be playing and doesn't like to be playing against maybe Egyptians with his Greeks. But frankly, Ra versus Isis is a kind of curious matchup. I can definitely see some kind of power spike for the Isis there. That she could be having some kind of better early fight. I'm guessing somewhere about 9-10 minutes. But it really depends what Julian is going to be trying to do. If he's going to be going for front TC, I'm thinking it's going to be not entirely too much of a smart decision. I was already questioning it in the last game, where it was somewhat okay, I guess, in the end, because Qual just kind of didn't play in such a way to punish that. But here, I think it's going to be even worse. But Villager movement speed is actually a really good upgrade. Next one, well, that's the one we don't mention. It's gonna be really just like a surprise when there's gonna be one day when this is gonna be useful. Haven't seen it in all the, what is it, 6 years of casting. Regular casting, and we are streaming since 2015, 14, something like that. No, simply when EE came out. I don't think I've ever seen that relic actually being useful in any kind of reasonable way. This one is gonna be a whole different story. No, and for forward goldmine as well here for Julian, but not entirely too terribly. Can see easy wall there, can be using potentially even the berries. It's gonna be quite nice granary about there, first hand. Then, even further, berry bushes. Apparently only 2 deer. So you're gonna be having plenty of elks, but the deer are gonna be apparently scuffed. And it's not gonna be like the extreme map, because obviously with Alfheim you can be getting the one... Like, it's literally probably just like one spawn, where you can be getting about 2 million double elks all across the map. Just gonna be really tons of food everywhere. This one is somewhat higher than actually low, but not entirely too extreme just yet, at least. No, that's a pretty good gold mine here for Kvoth, as far as with the TC position. Easy wall there. Cut through the wood line, and it's gonna be easy access as well. That's gonna be also maybe some kind of easy short wall to the top, and that's probably all the way to the side of the map. Apparently it's not. You can see there's a mountain, and there's gonna be a passage right beyond, because there's no elevation here. And to be signaling that the mountain is gonna be continuing all the way there with Pigman and Statue, and we're gonna be actually having the full combination. Both faster villagers and also way healthier. I mean, like, there's a decent amount of hunt. I don't think they needs to be necessarily panicking too much. As you can see, still there. He's gonna be having 200 extra from the wolves even, so some kind of granary in the middle probably would be, I guess, making sense. But you can see back TC's also pretty great here for Quoth. Look at that gold mine here. Easy wall. Some relic. Not sure if it was... Oh, that's gonna be that one actually. Towards these ruins of the game. And again, forgetting about that one since we are on recorded game. Getting the husbandry actually for Julian Papa. So he already is getting prepared for that. We do have a very decent amount of cows, so they're gonna be providing him pretty good food for the beginning. Not bad. Flood of the Nile as well, and we're gonna be all getting the faster movement speed for the Veligeros. So that's pretty neat. But so far we're not entirely seeing that many gold mines that will be relevant here for Julian. Just seeing the one here on the left side, that's just gonna be by general and in general safe for him. Just a little needs to be dropping a wall there, and he's gonna be quite a bit fine. No, yes, that is definitely true. If Julian Papa managed to actually find even the other relic, which is at this point pretty unlikely, Amila Kras just don't have any kind of chance to scout that far. They just don't do that. Then Skin of the Rhino on top of it. That would be quite a bit nasty actually, Villager. That would be like legitimately probably one of the strongest classical units with all the upgrades. They would be really good. The hit points would be quite a bit insane on them, 100 plus easily. Actually 100 plus, they're having like 98. I'm not entirely certain right now what it is. But something pretty close to a hundo. And of course they will be quite a bit efficient as far as the cost. But you need to be also take into account, you don't want to be losing the villages anyway. Because the TC is gonna be still producing villages only like 1 or 2 TCs for you. And you will be missing them on the economy still. So you would have to be making sure that you really actually do win some kind of important battles with those. So yeah, it will be kind of risky. But maybe fun to see here and there. So second TC is gonna be, in the end, the bit kind of safer variant, let's say. We still don't see if there's some kind of gold mine hidden somewhere. Shouldn't be beyond the base. They usually do not spawn on the balanced patch maps that way. But a bit disappointed that he doesn't have anywhere anything close. This is kind of far away. Like seriously far away, especially considering the enemy front TC. So yeah, that's not too awesome. Maybe there's gonna be some gold here. Guess. Could be some kind of chance of that. But you can see Kvoth gonna be alright now going for the gold. And he's not even actually empowering, or is he? Oh wow, he actually cast it a bit sooner than he should have maybe. But okay. And rain on top of it. It's actually fairly important that Kvoth cast the prosperity first. This is something, especially in team games, we see very commonly that Isis usually does get scuffed on prosperity because of rain from Ras. And it's very important to take into account. And if you're gonna be playing Azera, you want to be making sure that you're gonna be blocking that. So therefore kind of like being aware of what the player is doing. So maybe just invest in even some kind of small scouting just to see what the timing is for the opponent. And from the other side, the Isis might be wanting to cast it a bit faster, exactly to be also avoiding the rain. So from the other point, also the Isis should be scouting a lot to therefore see what's going on. Obviously you can see right now it's resulting into not having even plow. So 20% less food during all the rain. Disappointment, so he's gonna be easily missing. Usually you get like 800 food if you're gonna be having all the upgrades and everything is going well. So you are missing 1/5 of that. So 160. 160 food thrown down the drain, literally. Neftis, okay, that's looking like a... that will be... I'll be probably like about here, probably. The Migdol. Because you will be protecting practically the whole triangle here. Both gold mines and also the gold. Oh, DC, sorry. But it seems like it got... No, yes, right now learned. What's up? Siege works. He's gonna be going for like immediate ancestors with just like some kind of 1 or 2 siege towers. That's a bit interesting. Would have really expected to be dropping the Migdol here first, and then a few elephants and whatnot, but he seems to be going to just kind of like first going for quick attack here. It's an interesting plan, frankly. And that's what I was mentioning actually at the very start, that if the Isis is gonna be played somewhat actively, then she's gonna be very dangerous to Rura here, because the Ra is just like slow to get up. I mean, like, not like, frankly, Kvoth was too fast with his advance into Heroic Age on 1 TC, but I can definitely get behind such an attempt. And then you're gonna be dropping chariots into it. Second siege tower going out, ancestors are coming. And unfortunately we don't have any kind of blockage. That could be utilized by Julian Papa. And he didn't, for example, manage to block... Oh well, it would have been kind of nice, I guess, to block the Migdol with the locusts, but to be just one thing, can say now, oh, quite nice food here, still on the left side, but at least I'm kind of liking how Julian is gonna be diversifying, but diversifying because he needs to, because he doesn't have other gold all that much. He's having literally 400 left in his home base, and he has been denied right now the front one. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of sad here. Charioteers in to snipe its priests, and there we go. We can probably already cast the ancestors now, because the priest just can't be running anywhere from this position. Pharaoh should be, of course, focusing on Mr. Petsuchos, so come on. You know you want to do it. There we go, and there we are. And unfortunately, this is also gonna be right now the hefty TC. So, and you can see, by the way, he's still missing the plow full time and all the time. Yeah, this is gonna be absolutely impossible, because you can see Julian, he can be probably getting a few mercenaries, but against the Ansis, he could barely probably even destroy the siege towers right now, especially with the protection of the chariots, so therefore he's gonna be able to snipe practically everything and everybody who's coming after him. So, that's gonna be right now gone, and you can say it now, that was, again, people just don't pay enough attention to the siege towers on the overkills. He could have been already moving with those two way ahead into the TC, saving quite a few seconds. And really, just like, especially in these situations where you are kind of timed on, for example, the Ansis and whatnot, you really want to be saving every second that you can and avoiding any kind of overkills like that. But yeah, in the end, that was exactly kind of like the showcase that Isis is not a bad god if you know how to use it, if you are not afraid to play her to her power, and therefore not like necessarily 2 TC faster heroic, but play 1 TC faster heroic and quick attack. And just kind of like imagine if Kvoth played that on 730 advance, and he can like play the old school build. He'll be just smoking Julian Papa before he was even in heroic age. He wouldn't be even able to drop the Migdol. It was like, he would be of course able to cast during the rain, but nonetheless, if he just kind of like went for the old school build, he'll be probably winning even faster. I'm thinking he was a bit later. Maybe I just kind of misremember it, because I was maybe having my mind in the last one. 753, that's the same as in the last game. That's still slow. I mean, like, Isis faster heroic is 715 to 730, kind of like the old schooly one. 753 is still quite a bit slow. He played the same in the last game, so it's apparently a build that he likes. But it's, in my opinion, not using the potential of the goddess properly, especially in the current slow meta. So it's affected by the current slow meta, sure, but nonetheless, it'll be also well countering the slow meta. On the military, there are not gonna be any kind of upgrades, so no point in even looking at that. So you can see right now 200, 2-2, it's gonna be 2-4, without 3-1, 2,100 resources more for Kvoth. Oh, like that 160 or 150 resources from the food here from the rain, obviously not gonna be making enough of a difference, but in general, even more wells didn't help Julian that much. Wasn't ready for that fight in any way whatsoever. No, and that of course means that that's gonna be there for victory for Kvoth, who has therefore beaten Julian Papa from Pandora Box in the second round of the Voobly Champions League 3, or the third season, in the qualification hosted by Boit, ChronoJJ and others from the community. And of course the community practically providing the prize pool. So good luck in the third round to Kvoth, and Julian Papa is gonna be having to try his best in another tournament. Let's give this end, therefore, also the number 3, not 23, the 3-0 for Kvoth. And good luck. And GG. Yeah, well, the difference in there also wasn't entirely that much in favor of blue. Hope you kind of saw enough in there. Hopefully I was also showcasing that.